Hi everyone. In this module we are going to learn one of the most powerful features of SQL, that is subqueries. Subqueries allow your SQL statements to think. They let PostgreSQL answer questions based on the results of other questions, means other queries. So making your queries more intelligent and flexible. So in this module we'll cover scalar subqueries, subqueries in the where clause, in and not in subqueries, exist and not exist, real examples using our employee dataset. So let's get started. So what is subquery? A subquery is simply a query inside another query. Okay, so this is simple. PostgreSQL executes the inner query first, uses its result, and then runs the outer query. Okay, so we'll see subqueries in select statement, subqueries in from clause, where clause, exist conditions, and so on. So let's see first the simple one, that's the scalar subqueries. Okay, first we'll see scalar subqueries, that is scalar subqueries. So let's see with examples. A scalar subqueries return exactly one value, that is one field. So it is commonly used in select list, comparisons in where clause, order by, etc. So we'll see with examples. So for example, to show each employee along with the average salary of all employees. Okay, so in the grouping and etc we saw that it will give the aggregations etc, but it will not give the information of employees. But what we want the employee salary as well, and also the average salary of the employees table. So how do we do that? So select first, let me say employee name, then the salary of employee, and then I want the average salary of the employee should also become. Okay, so this is the employee data. Now what I need to do is, in the select list I need to add a subquery. Okay, that is the query inside the query. Okay, so select, what I need to do is I want to see average salary. This is average salary from employees. Okay, so we can have other conditions here as well. So we can see average sal. So let's query this. So this is the output. This query select average salary from employees will be evaluated for each record. Okay, so for example, so when evaluating the record for this one, again this query will be executed and the average salary calculated like this. So we can have other columns, expressions, other calculations as well. So this is how subqueries work. So this is the subquery. Okay, so within a query, within this main query, we have written a subquery in the select statement. Okay, so this was one simplest example. So now let's see another example to show employees earning above the average salary. Okay, so again we'll do like this. So first we'll take the employee things, employee name, salary of employee, etc, and also from employees. So here question is to show only such employee where the salary is more than average. So here we need to write like this, where salary is more than the average salary. Again this comes. Okay, so I can copy this and paste. So this is the same thing. So here we have written like this. So all the employees will be written where whose employees salary is more than the average salary of the all the employees. So let's see. So there are 5 such employees who are earning more than the average salary, because average salary were around 63,000. Okay, so that's why we have got these 5 records. So this is how subqueries work. Okay, scalar subqueries returns one single number compared with each employee's salary. Okay, so it's clear. Now let's see the subqueries in where clause. Okay, so subqueries in where clause, subqueries in where clause. So how we do that? So these subqueries return a list of values or a set of records, and the outer query uses from the filtering. Okay, so I'll show you with examples, you will understand better. So let me form a query and example. So for example, say employees who work in departments with salaries above 80,000. Okay, so let me write like this. Select first employee name, salary of employee as usual from employees. Okay, then where department id, department id should be, okay, the department id should be here. I need to write a subquery. Okay, so this is how subqueries work in the where clause. So select department ID from employees, okay, where salary is equal to, then again one more subquery is select max salary, okay, max salary from employees. So what does that mean? That means I want such employees records, okay, who works in that department, whose department salary is the maximum salary from the all the employees. So the first execution will be this innermost subqueries, okay, so this will be executed, this will take the maximum salary of all the employees. So the maximum salary again will be compared with the employees and it will take the department ID. Okay, so this department ID will be compared here with this department ID. That's the main query, that's the outer query. Okay, so as earlier I said, the innermost query got executed first, and then the second inner query, and then the outermost query is executed. So let's see, this is the output. Okay, so here one comma was there. Okay, so let me execute it again. So this is the output. So that means Ivan and Fiona, they belong to the highest paying department. Okay, and if we want to know the department, what is the department, so we can mention department ID as well. So let's see, so it's department ID 3. So that means the employee having the highest salary belongs to department ID 3. Okay, so this is the meaning of writing this one. Okay, and also we can have in and not in subqueries. Okay, we can use in when the subquery returns multiple records. For example, in this case, for example, same, there are two employees who are earning maximum salary. So for example, you can say there are two employees belonging to two departments, department 3 and department 2 maybe. So they both are earning 90,000 and 90,000 is the highest salary, the maximum salary. So what would happen? So this record will give the result 90,000. Okay, so the salary will be compared with 90,000 and department ID will be selected, two department IDs, that is 2 and 3, because this satisfy the condition. And when we compare department ID with the equals operator, so this will give error, because it is the equal operator always expect one single value against it, not multiple ones. So for that, how we do manage, we manage it with in clause. Okay, in, or we can also use the not in. So for example, we will see employees working in departments located in finance or marketing. Okay, so how we do that? Select, then again I can write here star, because I need all the information from employees. Okay, where department ID, first I'll show you with the equal clause. Okay, how it gives error you will be able to understand now. Okay, equal, and as usual I write subquery select department ID from departments, okay, where department name in, we can write in finance, or it can be, maybe it can be HR as well. Okay, so this inner query gives me two records. Okay, I'll see department ID 2 and department ID 3. So when it's compared with one equal operator, it will give error. So let's see, so this gives error. So what's the error? More than one row written by a subquery used an expression. So here I need to change it to in clause. Okay, so now let's see, it should work. So it worked. Okay, so this is how we use the in. And also what will happen if I want to see all the employees, they're not in this department, they're not in this department. So here I can put not in here and query, the same result will be written, or I'll make it in and here I'll put the not in. Okay, so that means anyhow I need to exclude those departments. Okay, so let me see, so the same result. Okay, so this is how in and not in works with the subqueries. And also I can have one more interesting example, that I want to see employees not assigned to any project. This one probably we did with the outer joins, left outer joins, etc. But with subqueries also we can do. So maybe say select star from employees, okay, where employee ID not in, I can select such employee ID, select employee ID from employee projects. Okay, so what it will do, first it will filter the employee ID from the employee projects. Okay, if I show you, so these are the 8 records that are filtered. Okay, now it will check not in. Okay, so employee ID must not in these things. Okay, so apart from this employee ID we will get the record. So you can see that 1 2 3 etc are there. So in the output there is no 1 2 3 etc IDs, because so that's why we know that these employees are not assigned to any project yet. Okay, so this is how subqueries work, in and not in. So there's one more thing called exist and not exist. Okay, this is also similar to in and not in, but this is um, enhanced version of this, exist and not exist. Okay, so let's see with example. So exist checks whether a subquery returns at least one record, so it is faster. Okay, so it is faster for correlated subqueries. Okay, in our example we'll see employees who are assigned to at least one project. So here we saw that employees are not assigned, but here we want to see such employees who are assigned to at least one project. So how we can do that, select star employees, okay, where exist, let me make it emp, where exist, okay, select one. Here we can say select one, select x etc, so whatever suits you. Okay, we just need to have one record. Okay, select one, usually we write select one from employee projects. Okay, maybe ep we can say, and where condition, where ep.emp id equals to emp dot employee id. Okay, so let me show you the output and then I'll explain what it does. So this is the output. Okay, so how it works, so for example say when comparing for employees, so first we started with employee id 1. Okay, and then we took employee id 1 and we are searching into the employee projects if employee id 1 works or not. So we keep searching one by one and so on. So for example say in the record number 5 we saw employee id 1 exists, so immediately we say yes, there's employee and we don't need to further checks for remaining records. Okay, otherwise if we put the in clause it will go and search for all the records. Okay, then brings the truth value, but where we need only truth value, we need checks if exist or not exist. We don't need to see what the data are there, we just need the check. So in that case we can write like this, and also we can modify this to not exist. So what will happen, so employee id who are not existing in this employee projects, they will be returned. So this is same as writing here as we have done using the not in, but the difference I have already explained. So let me show you. So this is the output. So we know these are the 3 employees who are not working, who are not assigned to any project yet. So this is how we can use not in, not exist, exist and in. So this is how it works. Okay, so now let's see another type of subqueries, that is correlated subquery. So this is one of the most important type of subqueries and you will use most of the time this kind of subqueries. We have already used that kind of subqueries. Correlated subqueries means the outer query is related to the inner query. How? Here you can see that emp.employee id we are comparing. So this emp.employee id comes from the outer query. Okay, so this is how they are correlated, means outer query and inner query, they are related. So this is what we call correlated subquery. So these subqueries depend on the row currently being processed. Okay, so this is the main outer query, this is getting processed. So inner query depends on the currently processing record. So we see one example particular to correlated subquery, that is employees earning above the average salary of their department. Okay, so similar kind of example we have seen already, but let's see with correlated subquery. So select star from employees, that we can say EMP. Okay, where salary is more than, select average salary. Okay, average salary from employees. So what will happen if we write this much? This will take the common global average salary and then show the employees result. Okay, that we had seen already, that people earning more than 63,000 average, so 5 employees were written, but in this case we want to show the people on the basis of their department. Okay, so we need to correlate the department ID. So how we write? Where, again filtering, department ID, this department ID must be equals to emp dot department ID. Okay, so that means for the current employee record that's getting processed, for that employee the department ID will be checked and average salary will be checked. For example, say for employee ID 2 there is a average salary of 50,000. Okay, so there can be multiple employees. So for example, say there are employee with salary 48,000. So for the 48,000 salaried employed, when this will be processed, so average salary of that employee will be calculated to 50,000 and it will be checked against salary. So this record will be discarded because the salary is less than the department average. So what will happen when the, for example, say department ID 3, the employee salary is 90,000 and the department average is 60,000. So in that case this will be returned true and that employee's record will be visible here. Okay, so this is how correlated subquery works, and most of the time this kind of subqueries we write. Okay, so let me query. So here is the output. So there are these 5 employees who are earning more than the uh, average of their department. And also what we can do, we can, to make it more interesting, we can show the average salary. Okay, so for example, say employee name, salary, etc., and maybe say department ID, and here we can write what we can write. We can write select, again the same thing we can write here. Okay, the average salary of the employee. Okay, of their department, because we know the salary of the employee, but also we want to have the average salary, that is average department salary. Okay, so let me bring it here. Okay, now let's query this. So this is the output now. So here we can see for Bob, for example, his department average is 71,000, but his own salary is 72,000, which is more than the average. For Diana as well, their department average is 49,500, but Diana earns 51,000. So this is how it works. Okay, so this was one real world example to show you with correlated subqueries, etc. So I believe we are clear here, that we went through the subqueries. In subqueries we saw scalar subqueries in where clause, in not in subqueries, exist not exist subqueries, and more importantly correlated subqueries, and we saw all of them with some realistic examples. So this is all about this module. We end the module of subqueries here, and in the next module we will cover the topic of views in SQL. So let's move forward to the next module.